Have you ever felt like everything is fine, yet something inside feels empty? They're there, you talk, you laugh, but your mind keeps asking, are we really close or is this just routine? In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind why closeness can sometimes still feel distant.
You sit next to them. You talk every day. You share jokes, updates, even silence. And yet, something feels missing. You can't explain it, but you feel it. The connection looks intact on the outside, but inside there's a quiet, emotional gap. You're close, but not truly connected. You're present, but not fully seen. Have you ever been in a relationship where nothing is wrong, yet everything feels slightly off? You start noticing the small things. Conversations feel surface level. Eye contact doesn't linger the same way. Vulnerability becomes rare. You stop sharing certain thoughts because you're not sure they'll land safely. And slowly, without any dramatic argument or obvious conflict, distance grows in invisible layers. You may even blame yourself. Maybe you think you're overthinking. Maybe you tell yourself you're being too sensitive. After all, they're still there. They still reply. They still show up. But emotional distance doesn't always come from absence. Sometimes it comes from emotional unavailability. When someone is physically close but emotionally guarded, you feel it. When they listen but don't truly engage, you feel it. When they respond but don't resonate, you feel it. And here's the hardest part. You might start shrinking yourself just to maintain peace. You avoid deeper conversations. You silence your needs. You adjust your expectations. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much to risk pushing them further away. Over time, the relationship becomes functional instead of intimate. You're connected by routine, not by depth, by habit, not by understanding. And that's when close starts feeling lonely. I've noticed that sometimes distance doesn't happen because two people stop loving each other. It happens because they stop opening up. I've seen how easy it is to assume that presence equals connection. But real connection requires emotional risk, the willingness to be seen without filters. I've also realized that many of us fear vulnerability more than we fear distance. We protect ourselves from discomfort, not realizing that the protection itself creates the gap we're trying to avoid. Psychology often links this dynamic to attachment patterns, especially avoidant attachment, where someone unconsciously keeps emotional space to feel safe. At the same time, the other person may lean anxious, sensing the gap and trying harder to close it. This push-pull dynamic creates closeness in structure, but distance in feeling. The truth is, emotional intimacy isn't automatic, it's intentional. It requires curiosity. It requires honesty. It requires the courage to say, I feel far from you lately, instead of pretending everything is fine. Because being close is about proximity, but feeling close is about emotional safety. And if you've been feeling that quiet distance, maybe it's not a sign that the relationship is broken. Maybe it's a sign that it needs deeper conversations, not louder ones.